This week on 15 Minutes.
Hi, Pamela. Hi, I'm Lori. How are you?
Hi, Lori.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
To make someone feel good about themselves is the most empowering feeling you can have.
I did something real bold. I went beyond myself today.
And if I could scream and say, if you have cancer, I have something that can help you.
For 20 years, Chicago native and makeup artist Lori Ovitz applied her makeup skills to Chicago's celebrities and top models.
My big claim to fame, and that was doing Geraldo Rivera for the Mystery of the El Capone Vault.
I'm Geraldo Rivera, and you're about to witness a live television event.
And being right underneath there with Geraldo when he opened up the vaults. It was very fun, and I felt like, wow, I'm really, this is fun and exciting, and I was really loving it and meeting all these wonderful people and celebrities, and did a lot of TV stuff, just tons of print ads. So I had a really fun career. It was great. It was definitely doing what I wanted to do.
But for Lori, working with Chicago's top models wasn't enough. She felt like something was missing, something that still haunted her, memories of the past.
I had a very close friend of mine that passed away of leukemia when we were 10 years old. She was diagnosed. Sharon passed away, and her funeral was on my 14th birthday, and we were 4 days apart. So it was really a date I'll never forget, and a time I'll never forget, and I never forgot what the issues that Sharon also had to go through. There wasn't the makeup artist to help her. There were wigs, they weren't as great as they are now. The quality of life issues were different.
Sharon's death overshadowed Lori's past and continued to remind her of how cancer could rob a person of so much in such a short time, but in a way, it drove her to succeed.
So I had a really fun career. It was great. It was definitely doing what I wanted to do. Fast forward 20 years of having a great time and meeting really cool people and having wonderful experiences. Hi, Pamela. Hi, I'm Lori. How are you?
Hi, Lori.
How are you feeling today?
Part of Lori's dream was to help cancer patients so that they could wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and be comfortable with the reflection staring back at them. After working her magic for some of Chicago's most beautiful people, she decided to take what she had learned and apply her magic to those who needed it most.
It's wonderful to work on the celebrities, and I have definitely had the exciting career. It was so fun. And I had wonderful opportunities. Working on a cancer patient, I had never felt anything quite like it. When you're seeing people cry, not because they look great, but because they can't believe that they look like themselves. I was turning into a different point in my life and literally decided that there was nothing else I wanted to do than to teach cancer patients how to use makeup tricks that are so easy. It's kind of like, yes, definitely, knowledge is the power, and show them how to transform that and change their lives with it.
Coming up, we'll meet one of Lori's patients and see how Lori transforms people with the stroke of a brush.
How long have you been going through everything?
I found out that I had breast cancer early November, first week of November.
Okay.
Today, Lori spends her time at the University of Chicago. A few times a week, she donates her time and skills to some of the people who need it most.
I was here for breast cancer surgery. So I had a radical mastectomy January 31st. And I called her, and we made a one-on-one appointment, which was really, I didn't even know it was going to be personal.
Not only does Lori provide one-on-one sessions with her patients, but to make the experience even better, the University of Chicago donated a private room called the Wellness Center.
Well, I first met Lori about 4 or 5 years ago when she approached us about establishing a wellness center at the University of Chicago. And we were really pleased with this idea because we and others have begun to realize the importance of quality of life in cancer patients. And Lori's idea was a very novel concept, and I think the wellness room, to my knowledge, is really the first of its kind in the nation.
Here, obviously all hospitals address the medical, but it's so much more than that. It's your whole life, it's your whole appearance, it's your whole identity, and to be able to look at the full picture of a person's life and not just the medical, which obviously is very important as well, really sets it apart.
They totally got what I was doing with the patients, that they created a room called the wellness room. And the wellness room is a makeup room. It's a beautiful little private room that is very comforting and has makeup lights and a makeup mirror, and it's a private space for me to work with patients. All the makeup that we use today you're going to take home with you, and I customized everything for you before you got here, and the best part is that you're going to go out of here looking like you.
So what Lori has brought to us is a whole new component of dealing, with the personal side of cancer.
She transforms you.
You want to look
That
natural.
blends
We want to look
beautiful.
like you. Okay, so already this is going to give an added protection to your skin. This is a trick that I've been doing for years. As you can see where I've shaded lighter, okay? And I'm going to go from the inner corner of your eye down to the end of your nose. Then I'm going to make another line from the inner corner out and slightly up, okay, to give it that upward lift. And then I'm going to make a line, this is the most important line, from the end of the nose to connect with this corner, okay? Little product and I'm just going to fill it in. Now this is the area that you cannot go out of, or the trick won't work. Okay. You want to press pat it in so that it stays focused just on the areas that we need it to focus on. Right here is where your blush should go.
Okay.
Should never go more than the center part of, in between where the black part of your eyes are, and there's nothing more hideous than seeing a woman who has all of her blush stuck right in here. I'm not even moving my brush, it's wiggling back and forth, and it's getting it perfectly. This is going to put the color back in your face without piling on the makeup. This is a two-part trick. This little brush is our secret weapon, and this brush is going to be your best friend. And this is how you know just all good basic brow grooming is where eyebrows should start and stop, and I'm going to make a little dot. And same thing from the end of your nostril to the outer corner of the eye is where we know that they should stop. And again, not making lines, but making little hair-like strokes. Okay, and that's step one, is I'm going to take very thin brush, and because it's so thin, it's going to create little hairs. And I'm just going to hold it, and my brush is doing all the work for me, and I'm making little strokes straight through. It's crazy that it actually looks like little hairs.
Yeah, I like that.
No, I think
it
it
does.
Isn't that crazy?
Two eyebrows.
How about that? So again, taking one color, close your eye, I'm going all over your entire eye area. The most important part is in the blending, because we don't want to see where one color starts and one color stops. This color blonde feel good?
I think it looks pretty good over there.
Well, that's great. Well, let's try it on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna. You look just sparkling. You look great. Thank you. You're so lovely.
You can, but you really can't give this kind of thing away. I'm so open to receive it. It was just the thing I needed at this time in my struggle with cancer. The strong message today is that it doesn't have to show. You can still look beautiful. And it makes me feel better.
However, some cancer patients don't live in Chicago, and not everyone can meet with Lori one-on-one. So after brainstorming with her husband Bruce, who is also a cancer survivor, they decided to write a book. The result, a 200-page step-by-step instruction guide called Facing the Mirror with Cancer.
It gives patients a comprehensive description of how to apply all steps of putting on makeup and making the most of your appearance during your cancer treatment.
Lori could only help one person at a time. Maybe she could help 3 people in an afternoon. And the idea of doing a book that was a lesson that one could take home with them and recreate the steps that she does in person was, I thought, a very terrific idea. It would help thousands of people instead of one at a time.
Lori agrees that the ultimate goal is to find a cure for cancer, but until then, she'll continue to make it more bearable and make people beautiful.
The facing the mirror has given me the confidence. I still have a life. I still have things to do. And I didn't want to not do them because I was worried about how it was going to look. Like I have a job interview, you know, and it's like I'm feeling good about that interview now. I want to look again. I want to look at myself. I want to see myself. I think that I did something real bold. I went beyond myself today.
You know, I come home from a day like today and I think, oh my God, look at the people that we were able to help on this journey, and every person that I do feels the same way that Pamela Smith does when they get out of the chair, and it works. You can go through cancer and you could regain your normalcy and go on and live your life.